Hi, guys. How's everybody doing? We are having a bit of technical issues this show, um, but we're going to do our best and we're going to hope for the best. Hopefully, you can hear me on the other platforms. Our other streaming service is having some technical issues today, so I'm not sure if you guys are hearing me, but if you are, great, wonderful, spectacular. It's good to see you. I'm Sentinel Bear, the guy with two thumbs, this guy right here, who's got two thumbs and is a bear, me. That's who. So, this show's going to be a quick one. We've done a show kind of like this before, but we didn't get into the details that I'm going to get into today. This show is kind of about etiquette and party etiquette, but from a little bit different point of view than we were doing it last time. Party etiquette is something that can be very touchy. We spend a lot of time talking about the differences between the swinger lifestyle, the BDSM lifestyle, and the poly lifestyle. And the differences in those lifestyles create a little bit of a difference in how the party etiquette is for the different people that enjoy those different lifestyles. Normally, at a swingers party, consent is one of those things that's kind of understood. We know what we're here for, we know what we came to do, and let's get it done. So there's going to be a lot of flirting, there's going to be touching, there's going to be a certain level of interaction that happens at a swing party that is normal and acceptable because, again, we're adults, we know what we came to do, we know what we're here for. Let's get it on, let's make it happen. So a lot of times the rules that are in place for a swingers party are a little similar to the rules that would be in place for a kinky BDSM party, except for a couple key differences. At a swingers party, normally speaking, now each party could be different and the rules might be different for the party you go to. I let people know it's always good to check in with your party host and kind of find out what their rules are for their party whenever you're in that space and in that situation, just to kind of be aware of what you're getting into. But the general rules for a swinger party are no locked doors. If you go into a room and you're playing in a room, you can't lock the door, and that's a safety issue. A lot of people at swingers parties aren't necessarily people that know each other or people that have played a lot before. You'll have people there that are new. You'll have people there that don't necessarily know everyone there. So the no locked doors rule is a pretty common rule just for the safety of the people at the party. If there are no locked doors, there's no way for a young lady to get cornered or pressured or pushed into doing something she doesn't want to do without there being a witness or someone to walk by or a certain level of safety. That being said, you still want to be careful even at a swingers party because, again, it's a certain level of safety that needs to be maintained. And for the young ladies that might go to a party alone, or you go to a party by yourself and your friend maybe, or you go to a party with someone and your friend might be somewhere else in the party while you're in a room with someone. I always tell ladies it's great to have a backup, have someone who's watching your back, have someone who's kind of looking out for you. Even with the no locked doors policy, it's always good to have a backup and have somebody who's kind of checking for you just to make sure you're okay. Um, Again, a lot of swingers parties do entertain new people. You have parties that are not necessarily parties where everyone knows each other. You might have a new guy at this party that wasn't at the last party, or this might be a party that allows people who have not been to parties before because that's how you get new people. They want to experience it, they want to see it, they got to come in somewhere. We were all new at some point. Some party was our first party too, so that happens. Now there are parties that don't allow new people. You have to be known, you have to be vetted in order to get in those parties, and those will probably have different rules. They probably won't be the same. But no locked doors is pretty much a general rule at the party. Keeps the lady safe, makes them feel safe, allows them to be a little bit more comfortable, and let loose a little bit more because of that certain level of comfort. Now, whether it's a swingers party, whether it's a BDSM kink party, or whether it's a normal vanilla party, a general rule of thumb for all parties is no means no. If a lady says no, the answer is no. Some guys like to be what they call pleasantly persistent, which, after they hear a no, they might still try again. They might suggest something a little different. They might go a different route with it. For some ladies, that's considered pushy. That's considered you being forceful. And that can be something that makes them nervous or uncomfortable. Generally speaking, guys, we deal with rejection all the time. Every lady you step to is not going to like you, is not going to want you for whatever the reason. I might want to talk to some chick and she don't like light-skinned dudes, or she don't like fat dudes, or she don't like dudes with one leg. She want a man that has two working legs along with the third leg. And if that's the case, I'm light skinned. If you like them dark skinned, it ain't nothing personal. You probably wouldn't even take the time to get to know me. But if you want a dark chocolate brother, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. All of y'all see this. This is not that I'm real dark skinned and the light just happened to be hitting me a certain way, so it just looks this. Nah, I'm a yellow red bone type dude. So if you want dark chocolate, I can't talk you into thinking I'm dark chocolate, and I can't change your mind if that's really what you want. So when you tell me no, it would be silly of me to waste my time trying to convince you to change your mind when there are probably 10 or 20 other chicks at this party that like light-skinned dudes just as much as they like dark-skinned dudes, or maybe they like light-skinned dudes more than they like dark-skinned dudes. So it's always a good look on the guy's part to just respectfully, you know what, if you're not interested or if you say no, okay, I understand. You have a good night. I hope you find what you're looking for and go another direction. Sometimes how you handle rejection can be something that might change a woman's mind. You might have a woman that feels a little bit uncomfortable, and for whatever reason she says no, and you handling that in a respectful manner, being courteous, being someone who is going to respect her boundaries and respect her wishes, can change her mind or make her a little bit more comfortable, where later on in the party she might want to come back and that might spark an interest. I have seen it happen. It is something that is possible. It is not guaranteed, but it is possible. So be respectful, be courteous. Ain't no reason to push up on nobody or force nobody to do anything they don't want to do, because for everyone that's there that's going to say no, you'll find somebody that's going to say yes. Now, if you are constantly and consistently getting nothing but no's from every woman you approach, that's not a them issue. That's a you issue. You are the common denominator. Get some swagger. Take a bath before the party. Wear some cologne. Get a new brand of deodorant. Get a different type of cologne. Maybe the one that you wearing just ain't working for you. There is something that is creating a block between you being able to effectively communicate to women if you are constantly and consistently getting a no from every woman. And if that's the case, ain't no reason to get mad at everybody else. You're the common denominator, okay? You need to look at what you're doing, how you are presenting yourself, the way you look. Mecca Musa 7, 100% correct. Yes, their comment. Yes, don't come with shorts and slides. It's a swingers party. It's a party. It is an event where you are making an impression upon people. If you show up in shorts, a wife beater, and flip-flops, then yeah, you probably not going to be somebody who women want to deal with, because you look like a fucking hobo, okay? And if you look like a hobo, you probably are a hobo. And unfortunately, ladies don't want to lay with hobos, okay? Now, I will tell you this. At parties that I have been to, where I have gone an extra mile to do a little bit more. Instead of a t-shirt, I might wear a button down. Instead of jeans, I might wear slacks. I might decide I want to put on my good shoes. Like if I want to dress up a little more than just jeans and a t-shirt, I tend to get a lot more attention the better I look. New haircut, freshly shaven, cologne, deodorant. You want to pull out all the stops. You want to do what you can do to make yourself attractive to the opposite sex or to the same sex, if that's your thing. Whatever it is you're looking for, you want to do what you can do to make yourself attracted to them. Okay? And yes, nail fetish. Hygiene is extremely important for both men and women. Please wash your ass. Please. Don't nobody want to go to a swing party and be the dude that's smelling funky, okay? They gonna drag your ass. They gonna be talking about you in all the rooms. They gonna be clowning your ass. They gonna be talking about you in the Telegram chat, on the SDC. If you are the funky motherfucker at the party, you will never live that down, and they will be pointing at your ass at the next party. So have your roommate do a smell check before you walk out, okay? Do what you got to do. Just do something. Just work it out, okay? Work it out. Now, this is the main thing that I wanted to talk about next, and this is the part that I tend to have a problem with. Oh my God, Mecca Musa 7. The comment is rough, but you know what? I'm going to say it because it needs to be said. This was not me. Mecca Musa says, ladies, wash under your titties. I'm going to leave that right there. He ain't wrong. You want to make sure you get all them nooks and crannies, okay? I'm a big boy. I got some nooks and some crannies myself. I got some places that fold over. When I take a shower, I got to make sure I'm putting the soap in the folds and I'm hitting all the cracks and crannies and crevices, because that smell will sneak up in there, and then as soon as something happens and that crevice open up, that smell coming right out. You don't want that, okay? So to my other big boys, you know what I'm talking about. To my big ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Get the cracks, the crevices, get all of that, okay? Thank you. I'm glad you said that. Okay. So the thing I wanted to talk about is this. As someone who is into BDSM and kink, the rules for a kinky party are normally very, very different than a swingers party in one respect. And what that one respect is consent. At a BDSM party, when you walk through the door and they're telling you the rules, first rule is do not touch what does not belong to you. And what that means is my submissive, my toys, my partner, if she is my little, my submissive, my slave, my baby girl. If I'm a bottom, my mommy, my daddy, my dominant, my master, whoever my partner is, they are considered my property. You do not touch my property without my permission. And that is generally the rule of thumb for every BDSM kinky space. Okay? Now, I do not at all expect that to be the rule at a swing party. I get it 100% that is just not going to happen. And that's fine. I have absolutely no problem with that. I am in that space. I am under those rules and I respect that. But as I had an experience, as I had 4 different experiences at the last party that happened this weekend at our P. Diddy ball, or the No Diddy party, we'll call it. People have to understand that if I am playing with someone, if I have them tied up in rope, for example, and you come over and you want to hug or you want to kiss or you want to whisper in their ear or you want to interact with them, I will stop you. And I will not let you. And this is the reason why. Before I got this person in rope, I had a conversation with them based in consent called a negotiation. And part of what I asked them in that negotiation is there anyone here at this party that you would like to allow to interact with you once I have you tied up? Because if you're tied up, or if you're playing with me, or you're in a position where I am topping you, you are vulnerable. You don't see what's coming at you. If you're tied up, you cannot use your hands to protect yourself. You are in a position where you are vulnerable. If you go into subspace, you are not aware of everything around you. If you are spacey, as I call it, or you are out of it, and someone from out of nowhere just comes and hugs you or puts their mouth to your ear to whisper in your ear, that can be something that's jarring. As the top, I am responsible to protect you from that situation. So when I have somebody on the bench and I'm spanking them, gentlemen, I know that you might know this person. They might be a friend of yours and you might talk to them all the time. I don't give a shit. Okay. In that moment, while I'm playing with them, I am responsible for them and their safety. And I don't know your relationship with them. And I don't know if it's okay with them. And when I asked them before they got started, they told me that they didn't want anybody interacting with them. So I will step in the way. I will create a barrier so that you cannot get to them. Now, I do my best to try and be as polite as possible. And I let people know, give me a minute. You know, as soon as I'm done, you can have this person, you can talk to them, you can interact with them. Whatever it is that you want to do with them right now, you want to greet them, you want to hug them, just give me a minute to finish. And as soon as I'm done, you can do all of the things that you want to do. And that is 100% okay. I just need you to give me a minute. For the gentlemen that got their feelings hurt because they had to be patient and wait a minute, grow the fuck up. Okay. In that play space, in that time, in that area, as I told you, just give me a minute. You can have this person, you can talk to this person, you can be with this person. Just give me a minute. And if that's enough to hurt your feelings, if your emotions are that delicate, if your sensibilities and your ego is that fragile, again, that's not a me problem. That's a you problem. You need to do some self-reflection and you need to toughen up a little bit, okay? Thicken up that skin, because for you to get your feelings hurt because I say, just give me a minute, that's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous, especially for a grown ass man. Okay? So, that being said, because I am responsible for that person in that space and their safety is my responsibility, and again, they are not able to defend themselves or interact with you in whatever way they want to, I just kind of create a block there and I take care of that myself. Now, again, for those of you that have a problem, I apologize. It is what it is. If you have a problem, then it is a you problem. And I am hoping that you get whatever help you need or whatever therapy you need to get that problem fixed. But at the end of the day, if you don't, oh well, again, I don't give a shit. Okay? I'm going to continue to do the same thing I've always done. I will try my best to be as courteous and polite as I can be. But if you want to climb up in your feelings and get your feelings hurt, I walk with a cane, but a cane can be a weapon too. Fuck with it if you want to. I'm from the school to fuck around and find out. Okay? So if it got to be whatever it got to be, oh well. I definitely don't want it to go there. That is the last resort, and I will always try my best to avoid that. But don't take kindness for weakness. Okay? Teddy bear. Teddy bear, all nice and cute and soft and cuddly, and the bear and wonderful, but a bear will still rip your motherfucking face off. Okay? So play with me. Now, outside of that, the other points of etiquette that happen at a swing party are normally things that can change from party to party. Things like no cell phones. Some parties allow it, some parties don't. Things like no pictures. Some parties allow it, some parties don't. Some parties will literally tell you not to pull your cell phone out at all. If you got to make a call, go outside. If you got to send a text, go outside. Some parties will be walking around the party taking pictures with the phone. It is what it is. Different strokes for different folks. That's why I tell people all the time, check in with your host, see what the rules are for the party you're at, especially if you're new and you've never been to one of their parties before. If this is a party by a host that throws them regularly, the rules are probably going to be the same as they are most of the time, and you're probably going to be good to go. But it's always good to check with their host just to make sure. Now, a lot of parties have themes, and themes can be a lot of fun. But you want to make sure that you're trying to be as close to the theme as possible. You know, a lot of times what will happen is the party host will say, the theme for our party is this. The vendors will be in something different because they want to stand out as vendors so that you know who your vendors are. And then the people that are coming to the party are normally going to be in theme. And that's kind of one of the distinctions between the two, so you can tell who's doing what. So it's always good to try and be as close to the theme as you possibly can be. A lot of the parties will have a dress down time. At midnight, we're going to dress down. At so-and-so, we're going to dress down. So what you'll notice is a lot of ladies will come and they'll have some nice little lingerie, sexy Victoria's Secret number, Fredericks of Hollywood, some old type of sex store outfit that they done bought that they looking all special in, like a damn genie in a bottle with the necklaces and the things, or the belly dancers with the little tassels on their hip that be making all the noise when they be shaking. Man, they be, boy, these outfits, boy, they be doing it. They be doing it. But a lot of times they be making us look like damn fools. They be showing us up. We take our clothes off and we got an A shirt and a pair of boxes, and the damn undershirt and boxes don't even match. They be making us look bad, y'all. Fellas, we got to start doing something. We got to start doing something. There was a dude at the party this weekend. He came with his own special robe. Brother was doing it. And let me tell you something, when it was dressed down and people was in undershirts and drawers and he had his own little robe, yo, the ladies' heads was turning. They was looking. He was pulling some attention with it. So I'm gonna tell you like this, fellas, you wanna step it up a little bit. If you're gonna do boxes and an undershirt, get you like a little matching set. You know, put a little money into something that look a little good, so even during the dress down time, you can show off a little bit. It was a dude that had the thongs with the elephant trunk, and his dick was in the trunk. So when he swang it, like it looked like the trunk moved. Yo, I'm telling you, the ladies was loving it. Okay, and whatever you do to draw a little attention your way, whatever you do to get a lady to, hey, where'd you get that? That sparks a conversation. That's your foot in the door right there. Do what you can to get what you want. That's the best thing you could do for yourself. Help yourself out. Okay? Do what you can to pull a little attention your way. It don't hurt. It don't hurt at all. Okay? Even if you ain't big enough to fill a whole elephant trunk, get you something else that make you look good and accentuate what you got. If you got something that draws attention to your biceps because you got big biceps, or your legs because you got big legs, do whatever you can to draw some attention to your best features and your best parts, okay? Because the ladies out here doing it big. And them outfits they be having, boy. I'm telling you, get the imagination wandering. Make you think about all kinds of things. At the party. Imagination. Lord. So it's always good, like I said, to just do a little extra. Go a little extra, have the ladies looking at you, have the heads turning your way. Every little bit helps, okay? Now, for the last part, and this is especially for the fellas. Fellas, you got to have a little swagger, okay? If in the normal world, you are scared to talk to women, don't think that coming to the swing party is going to change anything. If you scared out there, the swing party does not change who you are, okay? The swing party does not create a situation in which you become something that you're not, okay? If you need to do a little bit of work on yourself to build up your confidence, if you need to do a little bit of work on yourself for you to be able to talk to people, for you to be able to interact with women, for you to be able to just be cool and just be a gentlemanly, cool, considerate person that a woman wants to talk to. If you can't do that in real life, the swing party ain't going to turn you into something who is now miraculously going to be able to do that. Ain't nobody there performing magic, okay? When you come to the party, you still need to bring your A game. You still need to have a little swagger. If you come in on your bad boy vibe, then be the confident bad boy and do your bad boy vibe. If you coming on your nerd shit, there's a lot of ladies out there that love the nerd. Be the nerd. Do the nerd shit. Wear the glasses. Get the pocket protector. Put your shit on crooked. Do what you can. If that's your vibe, be yourself and let your vibe speak for itself and do you. But just because you're at a swing party, that does not entitle you to fuck somebody. That does not entitle you to conversation. That does not entitle you to a motherfucking thing. We are, as a party host, my responsibility is to create an environment where people can come and be comfortable to interact. That's it. I'm not bringing pussy for you to lay down at your foot so that you can just walk into it. You still have to be the man that does the work to court or woo or romanticize, whatever it is you do, whatever your swagger is, you still got to be able to talk and lay your swagger down and get somebody interested and have a conversation and be respectful and considerate. Or if you the asshole and you like the girls that like assholes, and you got to be the asshole. But it's a fine line between the asshole who is getting fucked at the party and the assholes who's getting kicked the fuck out the party. So just be aware. You know, one of those, one side of that line is good, the other side is bad. So do you. But again, just being present does not entitle you to anything at this party. Do not expect women to fall all over you simply because you show up. Do not expect something to happen simply because you're there. I've heard so many men say, well, I paid to get in this party. I'm fucking something. No, you not. And with that attitude, you probably won't ever. Just because you pay to get in, that don't mean you are entitled to anything. All we are doing as the host, as the people that are creating the space, the party host, the party planner, the person throwing the party, their only responsibility is to create this space where they are creating the opportunity for you to meet other like-minded people. That's it. Okay? So please don't come in thinking that something is definitely going to happen simply because you're here, because that shit don't fly. Okay? I know a ton of women in the lifestyle. I was a swinger for a very long time. I was a party host for a very long time. I hated hosting parties because it's a lot of goddamn work. When I started as a party host, I used to think, bro, I'm gonna throw these parties. I'm gonna invite the people I want to be there, and I'm gonna have a good time because I'm gonna know everybody, and they're gonna be all my friends, and only the people that I want gonna be at my party. When you a party host, every problem come to you, every issue come to you. The shit that ain't even a problem, that really is not a problem, but just because somebody's sensitive, they make it a problem. You got to take care of that shit. Parking issue, shit that ain't even happening in the house at the party. You got to go outside and take care of that shit. And God forbid the police are called or the Airbnb owner has a problem or some shit like that. Then you got a whole nother level of shit you got to take care of. And then if you are a party host and you have food or you have drinks at your party, you got to hope that you're going to get enough people there to make enough money back for the money you spent on the food and the drinks and shit. Being a party host is stressful. It is a lot of work. And the reason that I gave it up was because as the party host, you can't just be at the party having fun. You got to take care of everything. I thought I was going to have fun. It was not fun at all. At all. And most of the time, you might make a little bit of profit, but most of the time, you're just happy to break even. You happy you ain't have to come out of pocket. The Airbnb got paid for, the foods and the drink got paid for. Shit, I ain't have to use my money. All right, cool, good looking. Let's do it again. Okay? So don't think that just because you at the party, it's all gravy. Don't think that just because this person is hosting the party, oh well shit, they making plenty of money off of this party. I could do what I want. Nah, they not. They're really not. They're really not. Really, they're not. Okay. Normally, the bigger parties cost more money because they're more expensive. The smaller parties aren't as expensive as the bigger parties because they don't cost as much to throw. But a lot of times, the money that you're paying to get into this party is paying for the expenses to throw the party. And that's really where that money is going. So don't think that these people are making a ton of money because they're not. Okay. They're really not. That's not a thing. Okay. Now, the party etiquette is what it is. Check in with your host. Make sure you know the rules for the specific party you're at and do your best to follow those rules. I've never been to a party that had some rules that were just ridiculous that I had to follow. They're all pretty understandable. They're all pretty common sense type rules. So it's rare you're going to run across something that is a big deal. Most of the party rules, most of the issues, they make a lot of sense and they're there for a reason. Okay? If you are a content creator, don't think that every party is for making content. Okay? It's not. A lot of people do not want to be involved in content. They don't want to be in the background of a shot that you post in the OnlyFans or whatever you making. And now, one of they people that they know that is on your OnlyFans site and saw them in the background and they got it. Like, people legitimately worry about that. So a lot of times if you at a party, that's not the time to make content unless it's a content driven party. But again, check in with your host for that. Okay. Don't forget the most important rule. Yes, baby bear. The most important rule is to have fun. We wrong. We there to have fun. We know that's the most important rule. So just be respectful. Respectful of the host, respectful of the location, respectful of the other guests that are there at the party. That's pretty much the key to just having a good time, having fun, and doing your thing. Now, Mercy is not here. And when it comes to what parties are happening where, she's the go-to person. So I honestly don't know what party is going on when or where or what's the next part. Like, I'll try and have her update something or put something out to tell y'all, what is the next party in the pipe, what's happening, when it is, where it is. I don't know. Thanksgiving's coming up. That's family time. I'm not going to be going to any parties or anything like that for the holidays. I will be spending it with family. Mama Bear is still in the hospital, so I'll probably be with her all weekend. So I'm not aware of any parties or anything that's going up. Mercy also has our Entrepreneurs Corner, which is with her wherever she is. So you'll have to come back next week for that information on the Entrepreneurs Corner. She's going to take care of that. And outside of that, thank you for tuning into the show. I'm sorry you only got half of the couple. Yes, baby, or we will be partying at home this weekend. No, I will be partying at home this weekend. You'll be partying at home next weekend. But thank you for tuning into the show. We will be having a before Thanksgiving show just to kind of get y'all prepped for Thanksgiving. I can't have y'all going to see y'all family without some kinky, swingy, sexy shit to think about while you're on vacation away with the family. So we're going to drop our last little beads of information on you right before Thanksgiving, and then we'll see you the week after. Okay? Don't forget, send your questions in. Our Q&A show is coming up. Question and answer show is always one of my favorites. I love interacting with the audience, answering the questions that y'all have and that y'all send in. We get some really, 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 really good questions. We really do. So please, please, please send your questions in. We love getting them, and I love going through them. Chill wants to know how the Rice Krispies were. She gave me some edible Rice Krispie treats this weekend at the party. I have to work during the week, so I have not had them. but they will be had, and I will let you know. I can see them right now on the counter. They've been over there teasing me for the weekend because I damn sure can't take them and then try and get up and go to work the next day. I know I'm gonna be fucked up. So I got to take them on like a Friday when I ain't got work on Saturday or Sunday. I can't take them on a Monday and then try to go to work on Tuesday. They're gonna be looking at me all kind of ways, wondering why I'm fucked up. So yes, I have not had them yet, but I will be definitely, definitely, definitely taking care of those as soon as I can. Now, that's our show. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, all the things. All of the things. The liking, the subscribing, the joining, all of the things. Use the thumbs, make it happen, do it to it. Okay? And again, don't forget to send us your questions. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.